Hello everyone! I'm finally motherfucking home. I still have some energy from sun gazing today. Some. A lot. No. Blah. But I quite literally spent 4 hours from 10 to pretty much 1. 11, 12. That's 3. But I left at like 9:30 in the morning. So, yeah. And now, oh my god, luckily, I was very lucky to be picked up by my grandmother. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. So, I really wanted to do, I bought ice cream. Because I have rice milk, which is delicious. Rice milk, if you shake it up before you drink it, tastes like drinking Rice Krispie treats. Buy it. So I'm going to mix that with ice cream because I can't drink milk. I don't think anyone should drink milk because it's pretty much not far from being plastic. I mean, if you buy farm milk that you get directly from a farmer, then you can probably drink that, yeah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do my iron body conditioning. This is what makes me so toned. Hitting myself with bricks. I don't think many people can do that. I mean, I can see a guy lift up a bar with weights on it, but I don't see a guy that can hit himself in most of the parts of his body. I'd say my body is the most strongest part of me. If you tried to take me down by hitting my body in some way or tackling me, I can take you down. But my weak point, shoot me in the brain and I die. Duh. Duh. I'm going to be quite honest. I did not gain weight from lifting weights. Not even the slightest. I gained weight from doing this. From just overall hitting myself with bricks. I started out using these. I found these in a bush like 5 years ago. And this is what I started out on. I started punching sand and then hitting my body with these, which, pussy. Like, the problem with hitting with these, like sticks or something, it only targets one little part of your body. I mean, I don't do it enough on my arms. Most of the time, I use bricks on my shoulders, my chest, and my abs. And my sides. I don't really do my arms very much. Like, I should. And if you're like super skinny, because I started out, and I mean like 90 pounds. I started out at like 90 pounds. The first second I had any lick of muscle, I cried. Why did I cry? It's because I've never had muscle in my life. This is the first time I have any muscle. If I didn't make those mistakes those first 3 years, I could have been twice the size I am right now. But no, I lifted weights the wrong way. There's a way to lift weights the wrong way. I did this like the wrong way. I mean, there are so many factors that go into doing this. You'd think you could just go like, I'm gonna get big now. No. The reason when I was building something in the backyard using bricks, I said, hey, what if I just use bricks instead of, copper? Bricks work like magic. And I'm going to show you the parts of your body that you can hit that will grow. And I'm going to show you the parts of your body that if you're not used to this, your body is not used to this, you're going to be in a lot of pain and you're going to bruise a lot. So, I want to go over this. Honestly, I've known the names of all the muscles in the body, but I forget, and I really don't care. So, this, I believe called the traps. Could be wrong that the traps are up here. I'll just call them wings. That's what some people call them. You can hit this. This will grow into this. Much bigger, If you want your chest to grow, hit like this. If you want your chest to be wider, kind of, hit this part, like at a sideways angle. Usually I'll do this for about the most an hour. In China, where they do Shaolin Kung Fu or iron shirt conditioning, because the military uses this as a training exercise, so their bodies are pretty much very resistant to pain. But in China, the people can just go like that and rip metal in half. I could do that with training, but I don't. And it also depends a lot on your genetics. Some people can just gain weight super easy. Some, can't at all. And some people just have bullshit genetics and they suck. I mean, my mom looks like she's 25 and she's almost 50. My dad, if he didn't smoke and eat really shitty food, he probably still would look like he's 25. Both my parents have young genes. I just got the young genes and I'm improving them. Whatever girl I create a baby with, even if I do that, my kid will have young genes, and maybe they won't, because usually the kid gets the genes from the grandparent, not the parent. They get more of the grandparent's genes. So if you liked your parents, prepare to give birth to one. That sounds weird. I take after my grandpa identically, which is pretty strange. Now, if you want to get your traps, I think they're called traps, bigger, this is what you have to do, and this is what you might not be able to do. Put your head down, put your arm behind your back, and just hit like this. If you want to make it harder, lift your head up. That's hard to do. Honestly, you could go to the gym and just work out. But every time I've tried to work out at the gym, I go there and I start talking to people. The gym is you'll start out as a newbie when you go to the gym. And you just be like, I don't know anyone. I don't know how to use these machines. I feel awkward and weird. There will always be that douchebag at the gym that will come up to you and say, you're doing it wrong. And he will show you how to do it. Just listen to him. Even if his method is shitty, it's still good. Something you didn't know, and now you know. So you can use it when he's not around. My posture used to be shit. I used to have a posture like this. And my neck was uneven. Everything was uneven. But then, literally, I started walking barefoot and laying on the hard floor, and it corrected my posture. When I broke my leg originally, I honestly didn't think that it was ever going to get better. No. It's just the Olympics playing on the TV. My grandparents were watching the Olympics. I don't find the Olympics that interesting. Sorry. Not interesting to me. Oh, look at Jennifer kick the ball. She made a wide 360-degree turn, and she has blonde hair today. It's who cares? Honestly, who the fuck cares? The problem with television is that we base our lives on television. Oh, I want to be like that guy. Well, I could be like that guy if I tried hard enough. Then you have these fake expectations of being someone on TV that you will never be because you are you. You are not them. All this stuff is smart. Listen to it. And, yeah. Sometimes I'll go really hard because the harder you go with this, the less you have to do it. I compare doing this to someone doing construction all day. Or EMTs are a good example. EMTs always have big bodies and big arms. Even if they start out and they don't, they do get it. Why? Because all day they're lifting someone into a van, and then to get food, I don't know if all of them do this. Hold on. Oh, the wind is just blowing. The wind is blowing the gate thing open and close. It's really windy this morning. But EMTs, they have big arms, big bodies, because they don't have time to just sit down at a restaurant when they're done, like at their break. They have to go get either hamburgers, fast food. Well, oh shit, that's a squirrel. Squirrels. So they get fast food, but then they work it out by lifting people all day long. So I apply this to working. If you do something enough repetitively that involves physical activity, you're going to grow. You're going to get stronger. Because when I first started out doing this, I would use those stick things, those copper pipe stick things. I would use them and I would do it really intense for only about 15 minutes. And I got slow results. I started using a brick, and what I found out is that bricks have iron in them. So when you're doing this, rubbing it on your body or hitting yourself with it, my abs are a little uneven because I'll hit one side more than the other, and then it will become uneven. Don't do that. But every time you hit yourself with this, or gently tap yourself with this, you are putting little grains of iron through your pores. You're getting iron by just doing this, which is pretty cool, actually. Because bricks are made with iron in them. Just putting that out there. Some weights are, and some are not. Never, when you do this, you will not get results if you do this. Never do this. You can, but you're going to get really slow results. And you're going to have to do it for a long time. It's better to just go like this, hit that part. I don't do it enough to my arms. I already said that. What's a good tip for newbies wanting to do this? Always tell your parents or your grandparents that these are just... Make an excuse. Because my mom is so against me doing this, but yet it's made me so much bigger than I originally was. All of this is muscle. I barely have fat. All of this is muscle. I'd say I'm about 12% body fat. I'm not like the guys who take steroids, who can just be massively huge and like have no body fat. I mean, honestly, those dudes that starve themselves of carbs, I could kill. I mean, I could just put in a headlock and, like, I can't do it with the brick in my hand now, can I? Just break their neck. I know that sounds violent, but when you don't eat carbs, when you deprive yourself of carbs, carbohydrates, you are getting weaker. Yes, I can understand having an only protein and only vegetable diet. That's pretty much what I have. But when you deprive yourself of energy, you're kind of fucking yourself. I mean, you could go the way of sun gazing, which will give you natural energy, like I do. I mean, I wouldn't even be here. I'd be in that bed, resting from walking for 4 straight hours, and then coming home and doing this to myself, and drawing, and going to the gym and talking to my friend for 2 hours. I did all of that today. When Actually, I am working. I'm making 2 books now. 2. When working, I see a working person. Let's use my little sister as an example. She works in an office, and I could see how an office would drain you, but on your lunch breaks, here's the solution. You go sun gaze on the grass while you eat. That will give you energy, naturally. If you work in an office your whole life, getting promotions, and that's it, and just staying there miserably, you're going to become very pale, and you're going to have less energy and rely on drugs for more energy. What are drugs in your head? Heroin? Methamphetamine? No, drugs are sugar, coffee, nicotine. Just because we don't call them drugs doesn't mean they aren't drugs. Just like the pharmaceutical industry. All the things, those are all still drugs. I always make that joke. What if you got a pharmaceutical drug and you sold it on the street? Does that make it a street drug? What if you got a street drug and sold it in the pharmacies, which they do? Does that make it legal? No. Half the things in our system aren't legal, yet we still do them. I want to give thanks out to the world. And I never really say this. I'm lucky for living in this house with these 2 crazy people. Why are they crazy? Because they both have dementia, but they don't think they do. But I'm lucky to live here. And that squirrel is eating an egg or a rock. Eating something. What the fuck? Hold on. I'm just lucky. I mean, not everyone gets that opportunity to do that. Really. You squirrel. What is he eating? I want to know what that is. I think there's a squirrel outside eating an avocado seed, which is pretty hilarious. I don't know what else that could be. It's some kind of seed. Oh, 3 instances of today I forgot to put in the first part. I have, like, super reflexes. I've always wanted to be able to see things in slow motion come towards me. But this wasn't like slow motion. I mean, before the thing started dropping, I was able to grab it. It's strange. It's strange, I say. And here's the hard part that you probably won't get to for like a few years, maybe. Unless you work really hard on this and train a lot doing this. I call it body scraping. And I actually do this to my neck because the rougher your skin gets, the better. If someone tries to cut you, it won't cut your skin because you're quite literally making your skin into leather, which is pretty cool. My mom tells me stupid advice like, no, you want your skin to be soft and smooth. No, you don't. Because originally, before all this society happened, we didn't do that. We hunted, we slept on the floor, we didn't shower, we didn't do any of that. All these royalties that we have now, we don't need. Yet, the dumb people in society think we need these things because they've been brainwashed to think that way. Do I look like I'm unhealthy? I haven't showered for 3 days. Look how smooth and shiny my body is. How do you get your body to be smooth and shiny? You do this. But not only that, every morning I drink water before I eat anything. Because when you drink water, it speeds up your metabolism. Especially if there's no food in you and you've been fasting. you will become shinier, which is pretty cool. Another thing that makes you shiny, the sun. But my mom has this stupid idea in her head. I need to rub sunscreen all over me all the time, or else I'm going to get cancer. No, no, no. Depending what sunscreen you buy, 1 or 2 of the ingredients gives you cancer. I keep saying that, but no one listens to me, so I don't know why I waste my breath. Words are energy, and I shouldn't waste my energy on people who want to die, who are putting themselves closer and closer to death. I just don't say anything now. I'm just like, fine. You want to fuck your life up, go for it. I'm not going to stop you, because my life, I'm doing the things that are right, and I'm lucky to live here so I can do those things. Because if I had no food stamps, and I was living on my own in some shitty apartment, I wouldn't have money to do all this stuff. I'm lucky to have a mini garden over there in my bedroom, which gives my room more oxygen, gives me more oxygen, and food stamps. People are beginning to comment on my YouTube videos more frequently, which is awesome. Like I say, words are power. When you use the right words, like when you say things that are going to happen, they will eventually happen. If you say, well, maybe I'll build a swimming pool tomorrow, maybe I'll make that book tomorrow, maybe, that's one of the words you take out of your library. Maybe is a no. You don't use that word. You don't say it. You say, this does happen, or this is going to happen, with confidence. You either say, this is going to happen, or this has happened already. That way it tricks your subconscious into thinking that it's already happened. So it does it, which is really kind of cool. No, that is really cool. And that's one of the secrets I actually put inside my book, A Fake World. I still have the original first copy, but it's kind of broken. I mean, the original first copy has different pages than the other 6 billion ones that will be ordered, hopefully. My mom, in some way, thinks that this hurts me. Oh no, I've done much worse. A way you can do body scraping is this. If you want to get the inside of your arm. Now, normally, this would hurt a normal person. Me, like I said, you getting cut, you getting scraped, your body adapts to it. Now, just doing this, like body scraping, won't make you bigger. It will only, how do I say this? It will only strengthen your skin. It won't make you bigger. So if you want to get bigger, here's a good way that I've been doing since a long time. Just sideways hit. Sideways hit this, like that. I will warn you, when you first ever start doing this, you will bruise. So don't get turned off by that. Just like when you first ever sun gaze, the first week of sun gazing, you're going to see dark spots in your eyes, especially if you use the computer too much. I try to avoid using the computer after sun gazing. Is it another one? No, it's just someone who typed the same comment twice. I don't know if that's a glitch or if people are just really dumb. I better check that. That person asked me on one of my videos, because when you get a notification on your phone for YouTube, a comment, you don't know what video it's to. So you gotta unlock your phone and look at what video it is. And for some gay-ass reason, my YouTube account blocks comments. And the settings say allow any comment, but it waits for approval. There was one guy who said yes with an exclamation mark, and it marked it as spam. If your comment does not show up, it's not because I don't want it to show up, it's because I can't. I have to go to that video that I didn't even know there were comments waiting for approval, and I have to like approve 16 comments because like, yeah, stupid shit like that. Before I go, I kind of want to include this. I'll make this video end very soon. I'll show you two of them. Okay, so today I made, oops. See this? Do you see the little super glued things? Those are magnets. You see with plants, did I do it to that one? Yep. Let me show you my plant that's actually growing. So these are fava beans, growing fava beans. Magnetism is in dirt. It's in plants, it's in everything. Everything around you, this pen has an electromagnetic field around it. And that's how telekinesis would work. Your field is interfering with another field and pushing it. With this, with plants, it's a little different and it's very interesting. I just today superglued the magnets to it because they were moving. But when you have an electromagnetic field responding to another one, especially plants, it's going to make the plant grow faster. I know. I just gave you really cool information. But don't stare at your plant all day saying, like, why isn't it growing? No, I just mean, especially if it's in a jar like this, because you can grow fava beans in a jar because the roots go upward. And believe it or not, you don't even need to plant plants in the ground. Their roots will go down even if you don't have anything. They have specialty things you can buy that have holes in it, and the roots just grow through the holes and the plant grows. All you need to do really is put a seed you want in a water bottle, soak it in there with water for a day, pour the water out, leave the container on your windowsill where there's sunlight for probably 2 days, and then the third day refill it with water again, and then probably after a week it should start sprouting without dirt, without anything. Just it will sprout, and that's when you have the choice to put it in dirt like this. You don't need dirt. This one, I went a little insane on this one. This one hasn't been growing fast. It's a different thing. It's not fava. So what I did, I got all my magnets, oh, not all of them, my neodymium magnets, however you say it, and I superglued them like a ring, which I don't know will mess up things because they're opposite-sided. Sorry, there's like dirt in my nose from these. A word of advice before I go, I'm going to end the video here, but a word of advice, do not put baking soda in water and then try to water the plants with that. Salt is a horrible, horrible thing to put on plants. I was wondering why my aloe vera plant, 2 of them died completely. Like, what the fuck? Salt, which sodium bicarbonate is baking soda, sodium bicarbonate. Yes. I'm probably going to rest now because I want to. I want to rest. Then I'm going to have some ice cream. Yes. This boy has ice cream. Sorry, that was weird. Ignore that. But I am going to go have ice cream. I will say, yes, I'm still skinny, but I'm stronger than I was 4 years ago. Much, much stronger. And I'm only going to get stronger. Stronger. So, goodbye, everyone. Have a nice, sexy day.